Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the west where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Yeah.
Keith, can you turn me down just a little bit more before we?
Yeah, just a tad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounded like Michael.
Sound like Janet. Welcome. Y'all know what it is. Spitt'n Pollaseedz. As usual, every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Tell a friend, family member. Shit, tell an enemy if you got some. Tell them to tap in.
You can probably get them right.
Yeah,
So,
we can fix y'all.
Yeah.
We damn sure can. We can fix y'all. All y'all got to do is tune in every Wednesday. But we finna get off into this tonight's show.
What's the topic?
What should a woman bring to the table? I know we're gonna have a lot of comments and probably calls on this one. You know, anytime we tap that nerve, they get in.
This should be a learning experience.
They should know by now.
Yeah.
It's an all men show. Y'all should know what this by now. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't scared either. But I'm gonna tap in and see how everybody week been this far. How you?
Man, I'm good. I'm glad to be alive. I'm alive. Bro, just we're living in some crazy times, and I'm just learning every day. This AI stuff it's just a lot. You know what I mean? So I'm just glad to be here, man. Trevor. No, Trevor. I don't know. I was just saying, hey, I was saying, Kanoom, could you tell us how your week was?
Oh man, my week is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we gon', you know, every challenge is an opportunity to learn from it. Trevor.
Yeah.
How's your week? I guess you were waiting for that part.
I didn't know we were gonna go to Dre or me, but I'm finding my silver lining. All is well.
So you keep finding these little
yeah.
Gems. I'm finding my silver lining. Dre, what up, man?
That is the objective.
Finding silver lining. Yeah.
Been a lot of conquering new fears for me, working, doing stuff that I ain't never done before. So hopefully it's guided me to some new moments.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wish you the best with that.
Yeah.
And of course, nobody's going to mention that it's Father's Day Sunday.
Coming.
I mean, that's
the least recognized holiday.
Yeah, for real.
Right. I was going to mention it towards the ending of it, but yeah.
Nah, the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's bring it now.
At the top of the show.
All
the days this weekend.
Happy Father to everybody in here is a father.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was going to say happy
Father. Nobody else want to celebrate it. We'll celebrate each other.
Absolutely right.
And it's gonna be one stand on Manchester and Western. One stand
and some good
every year.
And some good fathers. I might add.
Yeah.
Everybody in here.
Yeah.
So but anyway, whatever.
Let's get to the show. Anyway.
Hey, what's gonna be on the stand? What you think you're gonna have in the basket?
Man, ain't no
cologne, neckties.
Yeah.
Leftover Mother's Day.
Probably is.
Some baby's breath and carnation flower.
Probably a couple of sealed letters.
Neckties.
We are dispensable.
Yeah. That's whatever.
Needed, but you know what? Overly needed and sometimes underappreciated.
I think we always underappreciate.
What's up, Taylor? Taylor said, "Hey, but let's get into it, man."
What's the title of the show?
Man, what should a woman bring to the table? You already know what the name of the show is.
Man, let's get it.
Who want to go first? Yeah, who won? I saw
Who-
Kevin raise
Kevin
Ray.
raised his hand.
I was fixing
all right.
my-
Now, all right, Kev.
I was fixing
Get
my-
right up in
Good
there,
stuff,
Kevin.
man. Go ahead,
I
Kev.
was fixing
Yeah,
my
go
hand.
ahead,
Okay,
Kev.
yeah, we're good. Go ahead and
Let's get it
fix the
cracking, Kev.
conversation.
What should a woman bring
One
to the
thing
table?
is peace. Come with
A
peace.
piece of what?
Come with bring peace with you. No.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
definitely,
He was talking about pie.
a couple of
Pie.
pieces.
He's talking about pie.
A couple of
Talking about
pieces
pie.
then, but bring peace with you, your spirit, the spirit of peace. Because I'm too old. to
But
be-
you know what? That goes against everything that some people are saying. If some people are saying a woman shouldn't bring nothing to the table.
Nah,
Steve Harvey
I don't
said
know.
that.
What the hell with Steve Harvey?
said,
And I hope he watching. The hell with Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey don't know everything.
Yeah, 'cause
Tell
he-
How
him,
many
yeah.
times have you been married?
Yeah, he got a couple tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his message was so misguided because he made it as if, if you give a woman's gonna give you a child. Who else can do that? Like we played a part in that. The child.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just
Man.
It's just a bad message that he sent.
Man, it's dudes like that, man. When they reach the level that he's on, it changed. Dudes change. I don't care what they say. When dudes like that, and they already got some arrogance, on them, and then you put him in the position that he's in because, brothers, regular brothers, they gotta bust their ass, when and one of the things that we got to work hard twice as hard. You didn't made it, okay,
He's a millionaire,
yeah,
like
so
that.
you good, but don't sit up there and act like, come on,
But
dude.
and peace is so underrated.
It is.
Like they don't understand. Women, a lot of women don't understand what peace means to a man. We got to fight the world and then come in and I got to fight you.
Man,
So if you see a man sitting in the driveway when he get home for about 30 minutes or more, it's like he's mustering up the strength to deal with something.
deal with, and not knowing necessarily what we're going into.
Yeah.
It's times
What'd you say, Trev?
Not knowing what he's going into.
Right.
You have the house is there, but you don't know what you're going to step into. And I think in the Bible, it also says it's better for a man to sleep on the roof than to be in the house with a cantankerous woman.
Well, I can't climb the roof no more like I used to, but damn it,
A cantankerous
I can sleep
woman.
on the porch.
Okay.
Sleep on the porch.
It's equivalent to a dripping faucet, a nagging woman.
Waterborne.
Nagging.
Man.
That really gets to you. Period.
That's right.
You don't want. I call it the Dino effect. You come home and you get that Dino from Flintstones. You be like,
That's a good imitation, man.
Yeah.
Have you done some voice over in your life?
I've been have to deal with a Dino before, so. And I think a lot of
Are you finished? Are you finished, Kevin? Is it more?
I'm not going because I can be here all night just on
what
shit
they
that
bring
I
to the
feel-
table?
Yeah. So
I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring to the table what I need. Tailor it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tailor it to me. Every man's, menu should be different. What you're bringing to the table. Think for me sometime. Think ahead of me. What will he need to help his day? What can I do for him that'll make his life easier? How can I compliment him? How can I make him better? Bring that to the table. They don't have to be taught to do nothing, but they've been taught to do other things that they think is gonna garner a healthy relationship.
Well, I think women, intrinsically are nurturers. If they just tap into that, they get a lot of that.
Yeah.
So
Don't just deserve the nurturing for the children.
yeah,
Nurturing should be,
for the husband, definitely, first and foremost.
I think
about this topic all week, and I said, I think what I want a woman to bring to the table is the ability and the willingness to accept new information. I think they have a problem with accepting new information.
Coachable.
They think they have
Teachable.
enough already.
Yeah.
And what they have, none of it pertains change to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't benefit us a lot.
And then a lot of them they want us to change, but they want to remain the same.
And we change anyway. We don't
Right.
have no choice.
We don't have no choice.
We end up sacrificing a lot of parts of ourselves in relationships, and we can never get the pieces back. Because we naturally change for our environment.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of these conversations are starting to be more prevalent because women are making a lot more money and feeling like I don't have to what?
Right.
I don't have to do this. I don't have to listen to you. I don't have to do this. I don't have to. What do you mean?
Not knowing that that's the whoop-de-whoop that they're falling for without realizing.
Exactly. And society is pushing that too.
Definitely.
On purpose.
It's definitely systematic.
Well, they've been doing that.
So guess who's in jeopardy?
ways.
The family. The family. The whole structure is in jeopardy.
That's what it's supposed to be about.
Right.
Yeah.
And they fall for the banana in the tailpipe, and they, but that's the way the society is structuring it. It's just like you can't have to come in a new day. Right. I love what's her name, Fantasia, because she just had a concert or whatever. But she talks about how she lets her man lead.
Right.
You know what I mean? She not trying to go against God. So when you want to be wear the pants in the family, that you're going against God, not me. You're going against the natural pecking order of this situation.
Yeah.
There was actually a psychologist I watched on TikTok. He made a lot of sense. He said for the first time in our history of us being here, it's the first time that men have actually questioned women.
Oh, yeah.
It's our first time actually questioning. They didn't know how to deal with that. Their only response is to be defensive.
Along came Kevin Samuels too within the
that's what sparked it.
Absolutely.
But as of late, there are some women now who are coming to the table and said, "Yeah, the men ain't lying. They're right. We have these problems that we need to deal with as women in our community. You know what I mean? But it's been implanted so long.
Yeah.
It's a process that's going to have to happen for them to realize they have to see things from a different perspective.
And they're rejecting the information. The information that he provides is very, very, very valid. But they look at the messenger as opposed to listening to the message. And a lot of them rebut that.
Take out the pieces that they want to use for their benefit and they discard the other pieces.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What about was that?
A lot of it's subconscious. They don't even realize they're doing it.
Was that the only thing you needed them to bring to the table, or you?
No, we're gonna share. We're gonna share it around.
Okay. Let's see what Taylor said.
What she said.
What I am and bring. Wait a minute, my eyes are like.
What
forgive
I
me.
am and bring to one man's table may differ for the next man's table because the need may be different.
That's why. Yeah. That's why I said.
EP mentioned that you don't fix. I don't like oatmeal, so you gonna make me oatmeal? No, you better give me some cream of wheat or something. You know what I mean? Everybody's complimenting somebody is very important, but not to get off topic. What do you think a woman should bring to the table? Just one thing.
Just one thing. Definitely peace.
Okay.
So if she isn't peaceful within herself, she can't give peace.
Right.
So if she's at peace with herself, then it'll ooze out and bleed over into the family, the structure, the way you do things. And I equate that to roux with gumbo. It's like if you eat gumbo, the best part of the gumbo, or what makes gumbo good, is what?
The foundation.
The roux. Yeah. So in the same manner, I think, or I view one's spirit. It doesn't have a shape or form, but it goes into everything else. And everything else that's in that pot is going to be good based upon the roux. So if her roux is right,
and that's everything. Roux.
And your roux. Right. Keep your roux right.
And keep your roux right.
So if that's in her spirit, then whether it be the children, the conversations, what we watch, where we go, it's just going to just taste just a little bit better because of the presence and the essence of that woman.
Right.
What about this? What if she brings a desire to be everything you need?
I think that as men, we have to lead her into the direction of helping to extract that from her.
That's why I said willingness, because how can you lead someone who's unwilling to be led?
That's why I said they.
Well, seeing-
Yeah.
And you said we have to do what, Trevor? A man should do what?
Let's say teach or encourage her to extract all those good desires that she had within. Maybe you can be that man to make her have the desire to extract that or to show something that's in her. If that's in her already, you can help pull it out.
Yeah. But once again, we talking about that peace. And I believe once you have that, then that gives you, the opportunity where you can be led or you can, proceed.
Be
Just like,
coachable.
I won't be sitting, if you got the peace, I won't be sitting in the driveway, for 30, 40, 45 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, that piece does a lot.
Because that peace, I know once I get in here, that peace lies in the home.
That conversation.
Or come in tipsy.
What do you mean?
Elaborate. I want you to
What do you mean?
What does peace look like to you? Because some of them might not know what they really don't be knowing what we mean. They have words, but maybe you have to, kind of clarify, what it looks like to you. For them to get to, what peace actually is to you as a man.
Well, just like some of the things you're saying, I mean, just that rah-rah spirit, like a challenging thing all the time. Yeah, that. I mean, and that's what we said, what I've always said. It's that independent that have taken away the femininity. A lot of women don't know how to tap into their femininity because they on that. It's like walking around with like a cocked pistol. You just you cock and you ready to go, and it shouldn't be. I remember being it was on 1 week, off 1 week, on 2 weeks, off 2 weeks, and I mean you don't want to walk around a home. That's not a home.
Yeah, hopefully now we can have some, like Trevor always say, effective communication.
Exactly.
I'm gonna overly express to you what I need.
Right.
And if we can't make each other happy or bring to the table what we need, why are we in the kitchen?
I agree. I think that, matter of fact, no. What would you view peace as? A woman that has peace. I have a view of it, but I want to hear what you guys think. What does peace within a woman look like to you guys?
I like what Kevin said, because earlier that's what I kind of came to that conclusion, that I would want a woman to bring her softness, bring your femininity. You know what I mean? And even if you don't know how to have it, listen to a man so he can tell you what it looks like to us and what we desire from you, as a woman. Femininity is everything. And that's something that's being lost slowly but surely. With this agenda to capture the minds of our children. So they want the children to not be able to communicate with us at all. Then they can do what they want with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what the whole agenda is.
Yeah.
And a lot of women don't know that they've been playing a part in that agenda.
Claude.
Man.
Claude might want to call in.
Call in, Claude.
That's a challenge.
That's it.
It sounds
You
good.
got it. Go ahead.
I encourage him to call
In the
in.
last few years, I've been introduced to the idea that men are not granted the same emotional equality, equity that women are given. Not that we need the same amount, but we are often expected to soldier on in times when we need to have our actual feelings or thoughts considered and acted upon. We can be men, but we are still human, and humans have emotions. Not that I'm a simp, but a bad day impacts me too. I just carry it differently.
Yeah.
Come on, Claude.
Yeah, I think that's
good.
what a woman will recognize that, and she will encourage you.
Yeah.
She could be your greatest cheerleader.
One that's in tune with you will know from hearing your voice.
Yeah. Like, he had a horrible day.
Yeah.
Let me do this to make him feel better.
And knowing when to hold back on her day, because he has a problem. So I don't need to pour my day on him right now.
Just vomit all over him on my day.
Right.
How my day was.
Yeah.
Usually for me, I don't know about you guys, but usually at the end of the day for me, 30 to 45 minutes is what I need to decompress. Women have a tendency to let the day out and express themselves, whereas men have the tendency to go home and want to filter the day through. So as a result, for me, a woman that is at peace, it's more of the absence of unnecessary aggression and more of contentment and inner joy.
Yeah.
So that's an example of peace from my perspective.
Yeah.
Absence of unnecessary aggression,
But
covered by.
and Taylor is no, we're not. Of course, don't you should not submit to a foolish man or foolishness or so you know.
Let me just say this. Let me give you this quote that I learned. It takes a wise woman to take the foolishness out
Right,
of a man.
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
And
Yeah,
that's what
so
We said that like the first
Right.
season. First
Yeah,
season of the
takes a
show.
wise
we said
woman.
that.
And if yeah,
Exactly.
right,
Exactly. And to grow.
and if you see him going in that way, and you decide to stay in the boat, then it's not on him anymore. It's
Yeah.
on you.
A lot of men become fools for their woman.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Food for her. Food for love. Pete,
Definitely.
come on. What is, in your opinion, what a woman should bring to the table?
I think she should bring a percentage.
Okay.
You know, I always say, a woman is not going to tear up the table if she invests in she invested in the shellac. I built the motherfucker. Now you invested in the shellac. You invested in it. You invested in it. So there is a percentage. You know, like if I'm bringing 90%, she should be bringing 10.
At
That's
least.
not
Yeah.
too much
Right.
to ask for.
Yeah.
And that's with every
Okay, we have
Welcome,
a caller.
caller.
Hello, caller. Name, question, and comment.
Trev, what up, man? It's Claude.
Hey, what's up, Claude?
Claude.
What's happening, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's
All
up,
right,
bro?
how
What's
you
up, man?
doing, bro?
What's good?
We appreciate your comment, man.
Yeah, you know, I felt the need to say that because it's something that I've been meditating on, praying on, you know, because sometimes to try to convey that, you know, to not only my wife, but also 2 young ladies that I'm trying to raise, you know, I have to pick my battles when to try to convey that. So
And that's
I just wanted to hear y'all thoughts on it in terms of emotional equity. And what I mean by that is, as men, we have to not be the barometer, but be the thermostat in our household. We have to set the tone. At least I
Yes.
feel like.
I agree with
And
that.
there are plenty of days I come home and, you know, not to, you know, put my wife or my children, you know, my girls in, you know, a negative aspect, but they just tend to react to things in ways that I don't. And I often have to kind of repress where I might have had a bad day or somebody might have pissed me off or whatever it may be. And I soldier on. But I got to convey that to them to say, hey, sometimes I need to have a peace. I need to be able to vent, especially as a black man.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Whose shoulder does Superman lean on? Almost.
Lois,
Bingo.
Lois Lane.
Right. But if Lois don't, she want to let it out while you just trying to filter.
Well, that's
You
when
know.
that's what this woman or wife
Yeah.
is supposed to be able to do, you know, and understand if Claude is having a horrible day, then, you know, to add a little more care and concern.
Yeah.
And her intuition, women say they have that intuition is like,
No, that only works if it's something negative.
Selective.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
selective.
yeah.
so with your
Oftentimes that's
intuition,
selective.
you
You
can
should pick up on
go ahead, pick up on it and say, okay, he sounds like he's having a horrible day. Let me give him some apple pie and some ice cream or something.
This is
I
why,
don't know,
yeah.
whatever Claude needs.
This is why I say, bro, it is so important that at least quarterly you sit down and you have a date night where it's just you two and you do checks and balances.
Mhm.
How am I doing? How are we doing? Am I missing anything about the kids? Because we get so inundated and focused on some stuff, we may miss some stuff. But if we don't let it get too far, we can pull a lot of the stuff back and heal at the same time, or pat each other on the back. Say, man, you're doing wonderful in this area. I do need a little more understanding when it comes to this,
Right.
or you have foresight. Look, this is about to come up, so I'm gonna need you to handle this a little bit more than I would because I need to put my attention over here.
That is
Right.
critical. That is critical because
is.
oftentimes if we don't do things like that, like Irvin said, every 3 months or quarterly, with the checks and balances, what'll end up happening is the other party is going to assume that we're mind readers. Well, that's on both behalves. It's like I gave up the mind reading. You get so close to a person that you almost think that they think the way you think,
Right.
feel the way you feel, and a lot of people hold you to the standards. So if you think that I think the way you think, you're going to hold me to that. And
You think?
You think?
Yeah,
And it's critically unfair.
We got to clear the line.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Claude.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Thanks
brother.
for calling in.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Appreciate y'all.
And that's something that that's coming up.
She
for
brings
Belinda and I.
reciprocation
That
to the
tapping.
table. I give you,
Reciprocity.
you give me, just like that. But it's never always you give me 100 and
Right.
you give.
It's
Some
60,
days I'm gonna
40.
need 80 and I
Yeah.
can only give 20.
Yeah.
So you have to be in concert with that.
So let's talk about the
agree.
financial aspect. Kind of you tapped on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I need you to be what I need you to be.
Yeah.
And
You know what I mean? So,
everybody's
but
different.
when I'm good, you got it. You got it. You don't have to bring nothing to the table.
Mhm.
The table is prepared for you. But if I happen to need it,
I
just
need it.
because you're the woman doesn't mean that you're not to step up in certain areas.
Right.
Yeah. I have a
Of
Well,
course, but they don't. We're not going to benefit off of that. Not the financial aspect. Absolutely, absolutely.
I
That's
have
what-
I have a code word, right? So if
Are you sure you're going to bring that out? Safe word.
And,
I said a code word or a code phrase,
and for
right?
those that
yeah,
just
I let
tuned in,
Yeah.
for those
Yeah.
that just tuned into the show, the title of the show is "What Does a Woman Bring to the Table?"
What
Go
should
ahead.
a woman bring?
What should a woman bring to the
Yeah.
table?
I want to say one quick thing.
Yes.
TD Jake said something profound. the other
Oh
day.
shit. I mean, scare me.
TD Jake said something that was profound. Like based on what y'all talking about right now, as far as having the checks and balances and all that, I believe you shouldn't have to do none of that if you operate like TD Jake say. Like it ain't your job to worry about what the other person is doing for you. It's your job to make sure you're doing everything you can do for them. If both people are operating in that mind frame, there's no need for checks and balances. Everyone is checking themselves on.
Yeah, but the way life is,
Right.
like it's spinning every day. We got
Yeah.
more stuff to worry about than
Yeah.
we ever. So you could just be fighting this fight longer than you anticipated, and she's feeling neglected and feel like you ain't paying her no attention because you always with your homeboys. But you could be with your homeboys trying to figure a situation that can benefit everybody.
Yes.
You can be with your home because the femininity ain't at home.
Absolutely,
And
an array of things.
And
It could be.
And the thing is, we're talking about TD Jakes. That's once again, just like with Steve Harvey, it's easier when you got a lot of things that you don't have to concern yourself with. And we know financial is like one of the main things.
Break
When-
the family up.
Yeah, but they're secure.
No, I'm just talking about
But
the
I know what
core
you're
of
getting,
he's talking
right.
about, though, is not
Yeah.
financial,
But see, when
just
you
the goodness of yourself, treating
But see,
someone
even with
the
a lot of
best.
guys that's out here busting their butt every day and they got to deal with the Dino, that right there, it'll be like, you know what, man, I can't do it. So it don't even give the allotted time that's needed to nurture that relationship.
Yeah.
But see, brothers like them, a lot of stuff is off the table for them because of the situation that they're in.
A lot of times, like money only solves money problems.
Right.
Right.
So like there's definitely and a lot of money brings a lot of other problems.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of emotional turmoil because some of your closest
can.
people, no, it does. Some of your closest people will turn on you because
yeah.
of money, because you turn certain things off. So like you experience a whole different
Sphere.
sphere. Come on, man.
A whole different sphere.
He said
Like, man.
sphere.
Go ahead.
A different sphere of
Whole nother stratosphere.
Yeah.
oh,
Sphere is just
Yeah.
circular thing.
Yeah, I don't know why you went to the, you know. But
So,
okay. It's the sweater. It's the sweater.
It's the sweater. He thought he was collegiate.
Yeah.
For me, it's I think taking preventative measures before something can go into that direction. If I have a sweet or a sour week, it's already understood what if I say, hey, look, the world is your oyster, then okay, then it's understood that, you know, financially it's cool. If I say, hey, this week the world is not your oyster, don't, you know, govern yourself accordingly.
That's clever.
And it's kind of like, you know what? He's letting me know that, okay, you know what? We have a budget. We have a parameter to deal with, you know, financially. Let me pull back on my desires.
Yeah. Hey, so look, we heard from our perspective. Let's Keith, let's go to the visual aid and hear from a woman's point of view. Who that?
Why he loads that up?
That's Nana.
We're gonna give y'all some solutions here.
I would like for some women to also call in, and also if you like the content, please like and share with other folks.
Yeah,
don't be afraid. Call.
Yeah, I would love.
I was shocked to hear this from you.
And she's an older woman.
That's Monique. That's Monique.
We ready?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh wow.
Yeah, baby.
Being with somebody to make you happy, to treat you special, and you can do the same. Not all, that's too general. I'm hearing a lot of how much money is involved. I'm hearing a lot of what your stuff, what you bringing to the table. You hearing people say that a woman don't have to bring nothing to the table. Yes, what? And it don't have to be about the money. But wouldn't it be nice if she brought a good attitude? Wouldn't it be nice if she brought a nurturing disposition about herself? Wouldn't it be nice if she could bake a goddamn cake from scratch? Wouldn't it be nicer if you woke up Sunday morning, the house was filled up with Sunday dinner smells? Wouldn't it be nice? We are not talking about that no more. We're talking about how much money. And that is what I believe is just tearing our community down even further, my baby.
That I think is addressed what Dre said earlier, and that reciprocity is important. There's an exercise that I do with, like, during conversations about reciprocity. Even with the laws of nature, reciprocity is required. If we all sat here right now and just took one deep breath, and then another deep breath, and another deep breath, after a period of time, we can't take any more deep breaths. We got to give some back in order to receive some more. And in a relationship, you have a giver and you should have a receiver with perfect reciprocity. So with that being said, like you said earlier about everybody's focusing on giving, what ends up happening is if you keep taking and taking and taking and taking, it's not going to work. It's not going to work between you and whatever, whether it be your bank account, whether it be a water filter, if you just keep taking, and in reciprocity, that when it's imbalanced, the exchange between the giver and the receiver, the giver and the taker, after a period of time, the taker starts to believe you owe me.
Money thing is only on, from the woman's perspective. A rich man will date a poor woman. But once a woman gets some money, she has no
time, no nothing.
No nothing for a man that don't have what she has or more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the gist of it.
Right.
Yeah. So we grew up dating girls who didn't have long, pretty hair, but we still knew they was pretty and told them they was pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't have to have weaves, they didn't have to have eyelashes, none of that. So we grew up from that. We know that. Women don't do the same. They don't do the same thing. You know,
that's a double standard, right? That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. The society has the double standards.
I think a lot of us also look for our women to have a wifely spirit and be a beacon of light or a beacon of hope. The reason why I say that is because if you come home to that nagging thing, like you said earlier, Kev, that nagging thing, a man is going to live up to that standard. But if she says words of encouragement to him and speaking to his spirit, he's going to live up to that. Baby, you're going to get that job. Hey, you know what? Not only are you going to get that job, let me show you how to. I believe it was Miles Monroe said, the woman is the fertilizing male. whatever you pour into her, you get back. So if you give her groceries, she'll return a meal. If you give her a house, she'll make it a home. But if you give her grief, she'll give you hell in return. So also what we pour into the spirit of our women. And that right there to me is also important. But if she like
One
Dre
second.
said, she's willing to receive.
Keith, can you turn the music down or turn it off? They say they can't hear us. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear. Oh,
Canoe, turn your mic just a little bit that way. That way.
oh okay. Got you. That's our engineer. That's why we have
Somebody
one.
asked Dre to repeat something.
It'll come back up because I don't know where.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, you absolutely right. But at the same time, that how they come can set us off as well. So it's definitely a give and take. Just like you were speaking, if you just take, that's it's going to wear. Just like anything, normal wear and tear. Eventually, it's going to break.
We're talking about it in the sense of a married couple. But what's going to attract somebody to even get married or find a reason to even want to be married if they can't get this understanding up front?
I think it's a disconnect based on what women was told growing up and what boys, we was taught to treat a woman good. You don't do this, you don't do that. Women were never taught that. So just like we want them to accept new information so they can learn some of those things, we have to understand the information that they received and they didn't receive as well, so that we can consider those things when trying to convey certain things to them,
Yeah.
I think I read this book, and it was just we talking about building family, what this woman can do to nurture children, nurture herself, and it's Stephen Covey in the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families. He always talked about an emotional bank account. Like if you're not pouring into that person, and you need something, you got insufficient funds if you never pour it into that person. So as individuals, we do need to pour in one another, just like if she needs, women don't come to the table knowing how to be a wife, totally knowing how to be your wife. So you do have to teach her some things. Some things should just come normal, right? She should know how to do certain things.
Well,
but
hopefully a lot of that stuff is figured out in the courting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You figure it out. But yeah, I think once you not pouring into that person and then you want to extrapolate something from them, you have no recourse because it's insufficient funds. I love the way he put that, where we have emotional bank accounts and you're basically bankrupt when you have this woman that is nagging you and not encouraging you. That encouraging you is pouring into you. Now you have, if she one day needs you to be something, now you have it for her. And that's where the reciprocity is. For me, is reciprocity sometimes is misunderstood because we don't need, if I give you 50 cents, I don't need 50 cents back. You know what I mean? So reciprocity is I give you this and you could give me something in kind in return. It doesn't have to be the same thing.
Yeah.
So
the exchanging of deeds between two entities,
Yeah.
Like what are we doing for each other? But if we both have the mindset to give, then it helps a lot. If we both have that mindset.
You want to address that, Dre?
She said, Takasha said, I disagree, Dre. Some women would talk this. It's going through relationships where you've been burned or broken that makes her move in a different way.
Okay.
I think that's one of the excuses that women get to use. You know what I mean? Because a relationship, when it's burnt, it ain't just the woman being burnt.
Oh, it's not at all.
Street. But like I say, women have a lot of things that they can be excused for in their behaviors. You know what I mean? But their behaviors have never been questioned. Our behaviors are questioned on a daily, no matter what we do. And I think that's the difference. So I get the experience. You go, each experience it's just something to grow from anyway. So it really wasn't no one's fault. It was an experience. It was a moment. You're supposed to get something from it, and hopefully it made you a better person for the next person.
Absolutely.
The thing is, they don't have to be accountable for when they're wrong.
Right.
We accept our
Yeah.
fault, and when we're wrong, and we attempt to correct it, but they don't have to.
And we can't be too verbal about it, or we
walking on an emotional fine line.
Exactly.
So I think women, it's a disconnect where women think that they are the only ones who went through something as children from their mothers, and they don't know that we went through the same things because they never were told that we were going, even though they witnessed it. They watched boys be mothered by their mother. And then they turned into the mothers to the brothers as well. You know what I mean?
To their sons.
So women just don't have. I don't think they realize that we have the same complaints they have about our childhoods and some of the things we had to endure.
Yeah, Michelle said, "Don't demand what you can't bring as well." I don't agree with that because sometimes we bring different things. We have different strengths.
Yeah.
So if you're counting a tit for tat already, like
we lost.
That's the competition.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Now we're in competition.
I'm done.
Exactly.
Well, what would you say that if you don't demand something that you aren't willing to help get?
But she didn't word it that way.
What I'm asking, how would you view that? Don't demand something that you won't help.
It's just a mind state. Yeah, it should be a mind state of I want to help.
We're not demanding that. We're just saying that these are the things that we desire.
I believe I'm talking about from the woman's perspective.
That's
if
what
a
we're
woman,
talking about. We're talking to women.
You know what? We need to get this. We need to get this. But this is how we do it. This is how we can do it. Here are some options. Have you considered this and things of that nature? Because to be demanding on a man, that right there is a weight.
Terror.
Don't do it, Tara Ellison. Don't do
Right,
it, Tara.
right.
Yeah,
And to be honest, to answer your question, all women don't. I just say, she said, wait, what? Women don't take accountability. A lot of women don't.
They don't.
And then, right, because you just explained it, but then also, you are taking your accountability and you speaking to other women, you become the victim.
Yeah.
We still become the bully or the boogeyman. But like he said, when we take a woman's hand in marriage, it's both of us that's getting married, not just you, not just the woman.
Yeah.
If we both go through a divorce, we both are getting a divorce, not just you.
And what happens when you go through a divorce? If a woman goes through the divorce, what are the women telling the woman?
Girl, take all the girl, get all of it.
Destroy him.
And then what are the women saying about the man?
Tell us.
You ain't shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
But you taking all of it.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to take all of it, but I ain't shit. So how is it that if I ain't nothing, why are you trying to take that?
I'm gonna take my shit, and
you know what I mean? Yeah, let me take mine. Let me take mine, and you be blessed.
Talk about accountability. It's not
right.
We ain't saying it's just to be facetious.
Right.
We're saying it because it's actually a problem.
That's what we experience. Yeah, that's what we
if we ever going to get to the point to where we connect again, because I still feel black men and black women are it's still a lot of disconnect there, and this is why we still are going through these issues or going through these problems. Just it's totally the dating 25, 30 years ago. My dating is totally different now.
Are you dating now?
Well, I'm saying like when we started, it's totally different. I'm not even, but no, I'm dating. Yeah, I'm dating one.
You said you was dating down.
I meant to say versus
25 years ago.
Yeah. So some of them.
What
things,
you imagine dating is, because you're not in the dating world.
No, I'm not. No.
Let me tell you about it.
Bro. Okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So no, I'm just saying. So some of the things that I look for now at this age.
Come on, Takasha.
In some cases,
there's exception. Yeah, there's exception to every rule.
In some cases, let's say the majority of cases.
Yeah. She should have said in some cases the men get everything.
Yeah. And that greatly impacts men in the direction of marriage, because when you see other men go through it, whether they lose it mentally or financially or physically, and you kind of put yourself in that boat, and the woman that you're with saying, okay, where are we going from here? What are we doing? Where are we going? It's like, shit, I see him over there losing it, and he's a male.
And a good dude.
But women oftentimes, like they said, take half or all, and are upset or mad, and someone that you once loved wants to destroy you like that impacts men's decision on moving forward with marriage. So if you don't have that light, that inner peace and that respect, it's not going to necessarily encourage another man
So
to
it's
get
not
married.
smart to stay in the dopamine state
Exactly.
for too long.
And how long would you say a dopamine state lasts?
It just depends on the person for me.
Yeah.
Keep making it blissful, then we can just come on, extend it.
Let's
yeah.
go. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And if she's the source of be the source of my dopamine.
Right.
If you're the source of my dopamine, girl, I'm gonna always go ahead. Call me. Hey, look, I need you.
Yeah.
Baby, I miss you. Hey, where you at? Let's respond to Cassandra. A lot of men don't take accountability as well. It's not just one you have.
We don't have no problem saying that there's a percentage of men and women
Right.
who are equal. They do the same stuff. That's something I preach all the time. But we know that there's a big imbalance on accountability and who takes it.
Versus men and women.
Men have been forced. We have to take accountability.
No, yeah.
Our life depends on it.
Yep.
I think that's
All the
intrinsically
time.
who
All the
we
time.
are.
That's who we are.
We want to take accountability. If something is not right, we want to adjust it to make it right. We create the world that you live in.
Okay,
well, we consider our wrongs if it affects you. We consider.
We built the table
Okay.
that y'all bringing little to.
Here's the thing, though. I think we as men have to have a definitive table. If we have a definitive table, we know where we're going. We know what we're doing. We know what we're trying to build. Then we would require a help meet. But until you are whole, until you know where you're going, what you're doing, and it's concrete and it's written in stone, then okay, yeah.
What does
you
wholeness
might want to
look like,
assist me in this table for my reality. Mine was, let's say, the barbershop or cutting hair or whatever else. Okay, am I getting any referrals from you? Are you showing me how to orchestrate and see some things that I didn't see before?
Mm-hmm.
Are you do you have somebody or a resource that can help me get a loan or a grant
Bringing
or
something to the
Bring
table.
in
that's
something
that's
to
an
the
idea
table.
of
Helping
bringing something
build the empire.
to my my table.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Would somebody go and look up some clothes and some sales and some ideas for marketing and music and comedy?
What would
and
they do
things
for
of that
me?
nature?
What would they do for me, Trev?
Well, what they probably do, Irvin, is
They'll get you probably that more deals. I mean, you got a lot of them, but she could have found you an artist and be like,
come on, baby. Come
take it
on,
to the top, baby.
Come on, baby.
Sometimes it's that one person can change the trajectory of your life and business.
Yeah, pivot
Completely.
everything.
One of them.
They have an open stage, open mic. They have an audition here. This is the SAG thing, and that ever get that information and be like, oh, you know what, baby, hold up,
because you can't
preach, Trev.
Because you can't think of it. You can't think of it all.
Right.
You can't think of it all. But like I say, two minds are better than one. You know what I mean?
And two perspectives as well.
Yeah.
Preach, Trev. What am I helping with?
Even if I'm coming up with the idea.
What am I helping you with?
Now, this is what I'm helping you. It says what am I helping with?
It all depends.
He said you could come to the shop and sweep up. But that's not. That shouldn't be beneath anybody. I mean, we jokingly say this,
but
that
way
shouldn't
things
be.
are, where people are.
That's what I said. Whatever it costs.
anybody.
Whatever it costs.
That may be the one thing that I need.
Need the help on.
I just need you to that little
or get
10%.
me a sweeping boy, a sweeping person, one of your nephews, one of your nieces, somebody, Hey,
I just found somebody that's gonna come to your store every week for about 3 days, and they're gonna help you merchandise. I found them at the school, and they're gonna help you merchandise. Do you know how
grateful?
Grateful. You talking about gratitude?
Hey, yep.
Lord have mercy.
Those are things we naturally would do. We would see a need, and we're gonna suggest whatever we
Yeah.
do to make it a better, thing.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, men naturally do that. We are producers. Most of us are.
Mhm.
We are producers. We are creators. We naturally do that. If a woman has a business and she has no logo, no website, I'm gonna be like, hey, sweetheart, you know what? You should do a logo like this. I'll build you a website. I'm assisting you in your endeavors.
With no expectation.
With no expectation.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely stand on that.
I mean, we talk
That
about,
assistant.
you know,
It's
everything later, but
Yeah.
you're not paying me.
Right.
You not paying me, but you know, I asked a young
Well,
lady.
what? You didn't finish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked the young lady. I said, I see where I can help your business. I want to know how you can help mine. She just was silent and she was like, "Oh, you always be coming up with some strange stuff."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's strange.
That's strange.
But there goes the reciprocity. She's bringing nothing to the table.
That just changed the restaurant y'all was going to, huh?
Yeah.
We was going here.
No, we didn't.
Now we going here.
Yeah, we didn't go nowhere. After
we
that.
at Tom's. You wonder why we at Tom's?
You want Tom's or Golden Corral?
So I don't think men are asking for even half. Where I'm only asking for 20%. Bring 20.
Yeah. And it could be in forms of effort.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about money.
Right.
I'm just 20% of, if we talking about like just emotional support. You know, I'm
gonna say this: bring it all. Whatever your all is, give me your all, because I'm gonna give you my all. So I'm not just compartmentalizing that to just bring me 20% of you.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying bring 20% of her.
No, you said not financial. So everything else. You know what I mean?
Like
and
when
efforts and everything. Like I need it all.
Because we naturally know that we're gonna do that, and that's why we kind of want that.
We have a phone
We got a
call.
Caller, state your name, question,
and or comment.
It's Takasha. So I waited long enough. I wasn't going to call tonight.
I mean, you didn't need to, Takasha. All the comments you've been making. I think somebody hacked your page, because this normally doesn't sound like you.
Yes. And I started late. So what are you talking about? I came in 30 minutes late.
Go ahead, Takasha. Let Takasha speak.
I'm just saying.
I bring the whole house. I'm the table and I'm the house.
Oh,
okay.
Let's start off with that. What do I bring? I bring class. I bring my own income. I can be that support system to you for those times of need. I can kick you behind when you need that accountability partner. I can raise some children. I can help you with your business.
Oh, yeah.
All of those things.
That sounds
all
like
of those things. I bring that.
There's one thing you didn't mention, Takasha. And the one thing
What
you
did
didn't
you
mention
say?
is what every man been saying they want. Peace.
But she said a nurturing quality.
Nurturing, but that's not peace.
If a woman, if she know what nurturing is, that is peaceful.
I can bring all of that, but I have to be able to pour into the right person.
All of that has to be with a peaceful spirit.
No,
exactly.
If it's like a mother nurturing her child. She puts that child to sleep.
You don't want the childish nurturing.
No, I'm giving an example. It's just a hypothetical. She can nurture him she knows what he wants. She knows what he needs. Her nurturing quality was like, okay, honey, I know you had a rough day.
I'm gonna see it before it even comes up.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying.
I think part of the disconnect is that we can convey what we want, and women will do what they think we want.
That's
you have to
because
really,
what is peace? Because you're saying
it's talking about everybody.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I asked Kevin earlier, what
at different times.
Yeah, so if somebody is really in tune with you and they're nurturing, they can offer you peace. I know.
Nurturer, though? You don't think men can be nurturers at times?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, I'm saying,
yeah,
she's talking about what she's giving herself. She's a nurturer. That means that when I come home, that nurturing quality is going to be felt. That spirit is going to be felt when I get home. Now, if she's a contentious woman, then I feel that too.
Now you can't rule out attentive, because my needs last year may be different than my needs this year.
Of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And your woman should be able to pick up on that.
That's what I'm talking about. They should.
Or the effective communication kicks in.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say it sounds very nice.
It sounds
very
like
nice.
A fairy tale.
I'm not saying
it is nice.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Person.
What do you mean? See, there you go. What do you mean for the right person? It should be for the person you're
that
with.
Is willing to receive it as well as give it.
So that's not the person you're with?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay. Well,
yeah, Takasha.
Maybe you need to turn the nurturing up a little bit more and and massage that thing a little bit.
It's off.
Yeah.
She said it's off.
Yeah.
She said she cut the umbilical cord.
And we're gonna let you go.
She severed the umbilical cord.
Yeah, we're gonna let you go, Takasha, tonight.
Yeah.
Get in trouble.
Well, you
He said you're gonna get in trouble. That's a negative.
Okay.
Have a good night, fellas.
All right.
Good night.
All right. Oh man, look at the time. Look at the time.
Man, we only got that. Wow.
Yeah.
Aaron said maybe he said something about woman bringing something to the table. He said maybe because you got a picnic table, a folding table. I just wanted to just to acknowledge that we seen his thing.
Who said that?
Who said that? Aaron.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hines.
Yeah.
Aaron Hines.
So yeah, it's been a great show. Next week we're gonna have something. Absolutely. Hey, we're here all night.
Read that comment before we leave. That's a perfect comment right now. It makes all the sense. It's true.
Go ahead.
Fathers are the other half of the nurturing spectrum. Children need both.
Excuse me.
The reason God gave us two parents. And that's something that's lost in the black family, that they believe that women are the only part of the nurturing. We're actually the better of the nurturing.
Yeah.
No, I think we're better of the providers.
No.
When we that's why it says two parents, right? I'm a protector, provider. I'm the disciplinarian in the household. A woman may be more caring and concerned and compassionate, have more empathy. That's more of who they are. Not saying we don't have it. I'm saying that's more of them.
You have more women who are more harder disciplinaries on their kids.
No. That they're trying to be the man. That's what I'm saying. That's where we need to when you talk about reverting back to their femininity. Their femininity is intrinsically.
Well, the show next week we can continue that a little bit because it's kind of on the same line. It's happy wife, happy life, yes or BS.
Happy life, happy wife, yes or BS.
Yes or BS.
I don't think he's gonna touch that one.
I will.
It's white. Yeah, it's too white.
Now we've come to the real spit portion of the show. I think it's been a good show, and if you like the content, please like and share and follow us. We would appreciate that, and also appreciate if you let some of your loved ones know. I hope this content helped. I hope it gave some information. I believe that the conversations and the comments were excellent. I hope this bleeds over into your family and it helped you. I hope it helped the way some people may see things, or at least give a different perspective and trajectory. We as men, we also should know and have a definitive table. The first thing that God did before he gave Adam a helpmeet was the instructions. And until we as men find out what our instructions are from God, then we will know exactly who we need for our lives to help spread that table and create a great meal. Someone that got some good gumbo. When does a wife become a wife? A wife doesn't become a wife the day she gets married, the day she gets to the altar. just like this cup was designed from the manufacturer to be a cup, this phone was designed to be a phone from the manufacturer. But until we sacrifice and pay the price to make that our cup or our phone, that's when it becomes our personal. So, fellas, before you choose a wife, make sure that you know what you need, what is required from her. Understand the definitive roles, and it will become a lot easier, or it would also reveal itself to both of you, whether or not you want to move forward on this table of love or not. Also look for patterns within a person. Once you see a pattern, you understand where you should and should not go, and hopefully be able to have the chance to alleviate what you do and do not need, and hopefully grow from there. Like a lot of us said before or during the show, the understanding, the effective communication, the peace, those are some things that we're looking for. So whoever's watching this show, especially the women, find out what that man needs for his table and find out what he needs, period, that you should be bringing to the table.
And also know what you need for your table.
Know what you need for your table. Well, until next week, we appreciate your views, your calls, your questions, and your comments. Please like and share. And until next week, thank you for watching Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Peace.
Hey. Hold on.